If you've been following us here at Panenka LFC over the past month, you've likely caught our series on Arne slot. We've explored everything from his strategic playstyles to his unique utilisation of fullbacks and his approach to set pieces. We've even highlighted the top 5 players the Red should target with Slot at the helm. And now that we've talked about incomings, today we're taking a deep dive into the possible departures. That's why we've made a list of the 5 Liverpool players that the club and Slot might consider letting go. Brace yourselves though, because some of our choices might surprise you. So, before we do get into it, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool deep dives. Costa Simas. For our first player, we initially thought about Andy Robertson. It's true that the Scotsman has been crucial in Jurgen Klopp's high-energy football, but that is exactly why we thought he might be on his way out. The thing is, playing with the intensity that Klopp demands can really add to a player's wear and tear. Imagine adding a year to a player's age for every 2 years they play. So after 7 years at Anfield, Robertson is practically 33 and a half, and it seems like all that running up and down the sideline has started to take its toll, especially with the injuries he's had this season. But when we really dug into it, we realised that if Liverpool sells Robertson, they'll need a new starting left back since Simas hasn't quite filled those boots, which will obviously cost the club some serious money. That's why we have turned our attention to the Greek Scouser. Simas got his chance this season when Robertson was out injured, and he did manage 3 assists and 3 starts. However, after coming back from a collarbone injury, he just couldn't hold on to his spot. As you can see in this radar chart, Simas' performances have been just average, whether it's on defense or pushing up to help the attack. You see, Kostas' inconsistency is exactly why Klopp preferred to play Joe Gomez as the inverted left back, and the Greeks' performances in the 3-0 defeat at home to Atalanta might just be a sign that it's time for the 28-year-old to move on. While Robbo might still have at least another season left in him at the club, it could be a smart move to bring in a young left back to learn under the Scotsman. Meanwhile, selling Simas could potentially bring in a tidy profit during the upcoming transfer window. Next up, we've chosen Kelleher. Not because he isn't good enough, it's the complete opposite. We believe Kelleher might be leaving because he'll likely be seeking more game time. But with Alisson Becker firmly rooted as Liverpool's number 1, it's hard to see Kelleher getting the minutes he desires. At 26 years old, the goalkeeper has definitely proven his worth when he's been called upon, stepping up notably when Alisson was out injured this season. Yes, we're aware that he only kept 5 clean sheets in 26 appearances, but these numbers were largely due to Liverpool's defensive struggles rather than his own performances. On an individual level, Kelleher has shown he's got what it takes to be the main keeper for a top Premier League team. His remarkable saves, particularly against Chelsea in the FA Cup final, and throughout various league games, played a key role in Liverpool clinching a title in Klopp's final season and staying in contention for the league right until the last few weeks. And that is exactly why we believe he'll be looking for a way out to further prove himself at another club. He's at the right age to be considering to take the next step in his career, and if the Reds can't guarantee him a starting position, then we'll most likely see the Irishman leave. Again, Liverpool will stand to make good profit by selling Kelleher, especially since he's an academy graduate. Although he's only been linked with Celtic in the previous windows, we're confident that the other Premier League clubs will show interest in him during the upcoming summer transfer window. Joe Gomez. Now, the next player we discuss might raise some eyebrows because he's been a dedicated player for the club and has proven crucial in multiple positions. Yes, we're talking about Joe Gomez. This season, Gomez has showcased his versatility by filling in at centre-back, both full-back positions, and even playing as a pivot against Southampton in the FA Cup. Now, we all know that Slot appreciates versatile players, so why might the club consider letting such a player go? Well, let's dive into that. Is Gomez still young? Yes, he is. Is he reliable? Absolutely. But can we say the same about his injury history? That's a bit uncertain. True, he's been injury-free this season, but the recurring knee and Achilles issues from earlier in his Liverpool career are likely to impact him as he ages. Considering Slot's similarly intense playing style, it's possible Gomez might struggle to maintain fitness in future seasons. Moreover, with Slot's arrival, there have been rumours linking Liverpool with some of Feyenoord's players, notably Gertruda, who shares Gomez's versatility and passing prowess. Last summer, Saudi clubs like Al Ittihad expressed interest in Gomez, and should another lucrative offer come from that direction, it's doubtful the Reds would pass up the chance to make a significant profit, especially if they're considering a move for Gertruda, who's younger and wouldn't cost a fortune due to his contract expiring next year. This video is sponsored by Live and Maintain. Live Maintain is a personalised suitcase company. For the month of May ahead of the summer, they are doing limited edition Liverpool suitcases for all Panenka LFC subscribers. You can completely personalise your suitcase to your favourite player, or even to yourself and add FIFA stats. As stated, Live Maintain are doing this for limited time only, and anything that shows out of stock will not be restocked. So if you do have your eye on something, then grab it fast. Head down into the link in the description to browse the collection. Now, let's get back to the video. Luis Diaz. For our final two players, it's going to be tough to discuss, because it will surely hurt seeing them go. Starting with the first, many of you will probably nod in agreement because he's been a standout this season. We're talking about Luis Diaz. After the terrible injury he suffered last campaign, many were concerned that Diaz might lose his explosive speed and dribbling ability. But Diaz has silenced all doubters by showing incredible resilience and bouncing back stronger than ever. With 13 goals and 5 assists this season, he's been one of Liverpool's top performers, despite falling into the same pattern of wastefulness that has plagued all the Liverpool forwards. So why do we think he might leave? Well, let's delve into that. Rumours have been swirling about Diaz being linked with a move to Spain, specifically to Barcelona. You might wonder why he would consider leaving, especially since he exemplifies the type of winger Slot prefers, direct and skilled at taking on defenders. However, it is worth noting that Diaz is reportedly on a weekly wage of just £56,000, which is even less than Adrian, the third choice goalkeeper. In addition to this, Diaz's contract runs until 2027, and it seems unlikely that Edwards would offer him a new deal soon. So if a club like Barcelona comes in with an offer or better wages, we believe Diaz might be tempted to leave Anfield, especially if the price is right for the football club. Darwin Núñez. Again, most of you probably agreed that it would hurt to see Diaz leave, but we don't think many of you will feel the same about our final player. Yes, it's Darwin Núñez, the player who has divided the fan base more than any other. There's no in between. You're either standing by him through thick and thin, or you're eagerly awaiting his departure. It's fair to say that Darwin does a lot right, except perhaps for his finishing, his chances and staying on side. However, we've tried to explain in our recent video that Núñez's issues with finishing aren't necessarily technical. He's not a bad footballer, as evidenced by his ball handling and some of his goals he's managed to score. For Núñez, the challenges are more mental. The enormous price tag he carries, the high expectations from fans and media, and the constant criticism seems to be affecting his decision making in front of goal. We've discussed this in detail in our recent video, so be sure to check that out. Now, we know that football fans are notoriously impatient, and while many of you are willing to give Darwin another chance to prove his critics wrong, a significant portion feels that there's no fixing his issues with finishing, and we completely understand that point. To be a Liverpool striker capable of carrying the club and competing for titles, you need to be clinical in front of goal. Darwin, despite showing signs of improvement this season, has still not demonstrated the ruthlessness in the box that Liverpool needs. After 2 seasons filled with the same recurring issues, namely missing seemingly simple chances, which is clear why fans are growing frustrated. We believe that between Diaz and Darwin, one might be leaving, especially with reports that Mo Salah is staying at the club. Given that the Uruguayan is valued at £60 million, we doubt the Reds would pass up the opportunity to recoup some of their losses from a high-profile signing 2 seasons ago. For us, seeing Darwin leave would be a real disappointment. He's not yet the finished product, and we firmly believe that with the right guidance and a supportive environment, he could become one of the league's top forwards. However, that's just our view, and it doesn't make him immune from being sold if the board and Slot conclude that his potential improvement isn't worth waiting for. And there you have it. These are the 5 players that we think might be leaving Anfield alongside Jurgen Klopp this summer. We didn't mention Joel Matip or Thiago, since they are leaving as a free agent come the end of the campaign. So what do you think? Are there any other players you believe the Reds should part ways with this summer? Were we too harsh to include a certain player on our list? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more Liverpool deep dives. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.